best-selling author Samuel Casey Carter has written a new book that shows there is more to a true education than just reading, writing, and arithmetic results. Great schools set high expectations for academics and attitudes, behavior, and character. Carter's book showcases 12 great American schools who are directed by clear principles to achieve their goals on purpose, including Milwaukee's Hope Christian School, Prima. The schools in Carter's book exemplify how school cultures are made, how they form student character, and how great school cultures ultimately harness student character to drive achievement. Carter explains that schools must give students both the academic skills and personal wherewithal to compete successfully in a global economy.
Let me give you a few numbers. There are 54.7 million children in the United States of America. Only 52 million of those children, school age, ages 5 to 18, actually go to school because the truancy rates are so high. There are 54.9 million double PhDs that will come out of India in the next 5 years. It's not that the children who are in the school system today will be displaced. They could be replaced if all we think about is reading, writing, and calculating.
All of the schools featured in On Purpose beat the competition in their local areas as far as academic and other achievement is concerned. Carter writes, "Together they are just a snapshot of the more than 115,000 schools in the country, but they are among the very best, for they aim only to bring the best out of their students, and they prove what is possible for every school in America. More than 95% of Hope students are eligible for free and reduced lunch, which is nearly 15% higher than the district. New Hope Prima students generally arrive testing below the district average, and yet within about 3 years, students are able to close the state achievement gap." Carter, who coined the term "no excuses schools" in an earlier book, explains that great schools like Hope need to grow and replicate.
That was the reason for writing No Excuses, was that we needed to show people with absolute, ineludible, ineluctable certitude that all across the country there are schools that are teaching children well. It's just that nothing in the system rewards, encourages, or inspires that, or allows it. And so you have to have systems like Hope Christian schools come out of nowhere and do it on their own. The story of the Hope schools needs to be known across not just the United States of America, but the world. You all were featured in On Purpose because this is a book about great school cultures that form strong character. For schools where children flourish and when they're alive and where they're unconditionally loved. You need to understand, I started with 3,500 schools across the country, trying to find examples not just of high-performing, high-poverty schools that were removing the excuse that poverty was the cause of academic failure, but schools that just teach the whole child. I ended up writing about 12 of them, about Hope Prima, but it wasn't just about Hope Prima. It was about Fortis and the high school as well. You know this system is an integral system that you've created.
Hope is outperforming their peers on multiple measures, including academic growth, attendance, and parental satisfaction. And they are doing all of this as the Hope Network grows to serve more students.
I can't tell you how happy I was when I heard that Prima has gone from 220 to 480 total students. And you have to be so proud that you are taking that challenge on. I've been in 1,114 schools in the United States alone, and yours is one of the most beautiful I've ever been in. We need to figure out how to share your message with so many more people, but with a spectacular rate of change. For those of you who are the founders and the philanthropists and the supporters of the Hope Schools, somebody out there needs to supercharge Hope to take it to the next level and to have you all be the humanizing force that teaches this country how on massive scale we can bring the love of God and the love of learning at the same time to a child, but do it fast enough to save our country and remind it that is the single greatest force of good, of humanizing, and of peace in the world today. and you've planted the seeds, and it is time to go big or go home. God love you, and thank you for having me here tonight.